Hi there, and welcome to the Kindergarten Roundup informational session for the 2024-2025 school year. My name is Mrs. Foranochi, and I am the instructional leader or principal over the Kindergarten Flex program. Here is our agenda for today, basically just giving you an overview of each of the programs that we offer here at Florida Virtual School. Welcome. And here's some information about Florida Virtual School. We have been an online public school founded in 1997. We are fully accredited by Cognia. We are tuition free to Florida students in elementary, middle, and high school. It is available to all student types, whether their student is public, private, charter, and homeschool students. The courses are taught by caring Florida certified teachers, and we provide individualized instruction in the online classroom, and we operate over the phone, email, text. There are two options to meet your family needs here at Florida Virtual School. We have the Florida Virtual Flex program, and we also have the full-time program. So for Flex, you can take as little as one course at a time or more if you wish. The enrollment is year-round, so you can start at any time. The schedule is flexible, meaning that you can start and enroll at any time. Like I said, state testing is not required with Flex. Traditional school or homeschool parents are the ones that manage the transcripts and the records. If your child were to stay with FLVS Flex throughout high school, they would not be able to earn a diploma with the Flex program. With Flex, we are the curriculum that you will use, but you are actually the homeschool educator. And like it said, you would be managing the transcripts and the records for the student. Now for FLVS full-time, it is a full-time online public school option. The student would take all 6 courses. There are 2 times to enroll for full-time. We have the fall enrollment and we also have the spring enrollment. There are no other times that you can enroll for the full-time program. It is a fixed semester schedule, so they start in August and they end in June. State testing is required, just like brick and mortar for full-time. FLVS is the school of record, so they will be managing the transcripts and have the report cards and all of that information. If your child were to stay with the full-time program through high school, they would be able to get a diploma through the FLVS full-time. Now, there are some state of Florida age requirements in terms of kindergarten and first grade. So first, eligible students must be residents of the state of Florida, and they must meet the age requirements. So for kindergarten, the student must be 5 on or before September 1st. And then for grade 1, the student must be 6 on or before September 1st. So also for our grade 1 students, they must have a successfully completed kindergarten program, whether that is through us or a brick and mortar. So again, a school of record. So children in the state of Florida are identified as homeschool students, public or charter school students, or private school. As an FLVS full-time elementary, that would be your child's public school of record. In Flex, we are the school of instruction, and they would be identified as a homeschool student. So here's just some recommended hours of work required within our programs. So you can see for grades K through 3, it's recommended about 4 hours a day, which would be equivalent to 20 hours a week. And this is all also depending on the age of your student as well as your student as a whole. Some students can sit for longer, others require several more breaks throughout the day. So you need to make accommodations to what is best for your student. So there is some weekly commitment, and commitment from you that is required in our programs. So we are asking that for 3 to 5 hours per course a week, and 1 hour for your specials courses if you have signed up for your special areas. We ask that you provide 2 to 4 excuse me, assignments each week for each course and 1 assignment for a special area course. It is required that you have a computer and that you are engaging with your classmates. We highly recommend that you attend class time with us, where you can collaborate with your classmates. You work on reading, the teachers play games with the students, they're listening to audio clips and watching video clips. There's also hands-on activities that are required within our curriculum. This is where the work needs to be in the student's handwriting. There's some coloring, sorting, matching. There's also some projects that are required within our courses. And for our science curriculum, there is some experiments for you to work on. In our Flex program, these are the courses that we offer. We have language arts, social studies, math, and science. And for our elementary special areas, we also have Spanish, art, PE, computer science. And again, these are all fully accredited through Cognia. This is just an example of what the teacher announcement pages look like. For each course, you will see a teacher announcement page like this, where you will have access to everything that you need to be successful within the course. There is a flipbook, which we are going to talk about in a second, but it is basically your calendar or your schedule on when work should be submitted and how much work should be submitted each week. We have a class time calendar, some resources for you, some other skill builder and media center ideas. If you ever need a lesson recording, they will be here. And then we have morning announcements. There's also some options here on the right-hand side for other things that you may need. Clubs, tech support, if you need any information from our guidance counselor. Also on the teacher announcement page, you will find the teacher's name, how to get a hold of her via phone or text or email, the instructional leader that is over that teacher, and then also who their lead teacher is or their support teacher. In each of the courses, you will see this toolbar. It is very user-friendly. It is very easy for you to identify the icons. It's helpful to the young learners. You will see that they will learn to navigate through these courses much quicker than us adults do. But everything is very quick and easy to get around. For our curriculum, we are actually getting a new science curriculum this summer for the 24-25 school year. So we are all very excited about that. This is an example of what our math course looks like. As you see, when you enter, it has the name of the course right here. And then you can push on getting started, or if you click scroll for menu, it will open this with all of the modules in it. And then you can directly click on one of the modules to get to the lesson that you need to look through. Every course is designed very similar to this, where you can click on get started, or you can click on the bottom to open all of the modules. Our kindergarten math concepts, you can see that it is broken up into segment 1 and segment 2. All of our kindergarten courses are 2 segments long. So this is all of the information that will be covered in the first segment of kindergarten math. And then on the right-hand side are all the content that will be covered in segment 2. In each of the courses, you will find some getting started resources, and it will just help you to navigate through each of the courses, things to know, different lessons, what your pace should be. So all of the courses have all of that information already embedded for you to navigate through. They also have a glossary you can see at the top. If you click that glossary, you can always search if there is a word within the lesson that you or your student are not familiar with. You can look that word up and it will give you the information as it pertains to that course. The assessments that we have in kindergarten, we have auto-graded quizzes. We have partially graded quizzes with short responses, or we do not have any essays graded by the teacher, but some of our assessments are graded by the teacher. We do have written assignments that require your student to complete the assignment in their own handwriting. We also do audio recordings, and there are some visual recordings when we ask the student to count or point or sort. Those are required assignments within the courses. We do have DVAs within all of our courses, which are a one-on-one time with you and or your student and the teacher. Those are in Zoom. And then we also have literacy skills assessments, which the kindergarten teachers do within the DVA. And this is just an assessment that the teachers are completing with the student to just see the skills that they are working on and the kindergarten standards and how the child is doing in that area. Some other special area courses that we offer, we have computer science. So this is just a sample of that. We have elementary Spanish, elementary art, and elementary PE. We also have some activities that bring together the students and the families along with the teachers. We have vocabulary parades, the 100th day of school celebration, hour of code, career day. We celebrate literacy week. We bring in guest speakers. We have morning announcements. We offer spirit weeks, and we have student clubs. So even in Flex, we are trying to bring together the teacher and the student and family, just like it would be in a brick and mortar classroom. Here are some of the clubs that we offer, and you can see on each of these, it is listed the grade levels for each of those clubs. And clubs meet the second and fourth Friday of the month, and they typically run from 9 to 10, and you would just sign up for those clubs, and we have a rush time where the students would pick the clubs that they wanted to attend. This is just a sample schedule of what your schedule could look like. It is just a sample. You can see that on Tuesdays and Thursdays in kindergarten, we have class time. On Tuesdays, it is a small group session, and then on Thursdays, it's the entire class. And then you can see that this particular schedule has allotted 9 to 10 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to work on ELA. They've allotted 10 to 10:45 to work on math, 10:45 to 11:15 to work on science. They're taking a break from 11:15 to 12 for a lunch break. And then from 12 to 12:45, it looks like they are just finishing up anything that they need to work on. So again, this is just a sample schedule. It is highly recommended that you do create some kind of schedule with you and your child to ensure that school is put first and that you are getting all of your assignments done in a timely manner. Within each of our courses, we do have a flipbook. It is right on that announcement page that I showed you earlier. You can see that this has language arts, social studies, math, and science. And all of these links are clickable links for you. And you can see under Submit to My Grades, these are all of the assignments that need to be submitted for that particular week. Everything else are resources for you, things to read, any extra practice, or other resources that you may need. I highly recommend you use this flipbook to get through your courses in a timely manner and that you are not taking too long on each of the courses. This is just the flipbook closer up. You can see that it gives you the rubric on how your child will be scored on the assignment that you are writing. So it is very important that you look at that rubric so you know that you are hitting all of areas on the grade. These are the lessons. These are just recommended daily practices for you to work with your child to ensure that they are learning the skill that they will need to be submitted for grade. And if your child needs any sort of enrichment or things to push them, it would be under the enrichment box. This is what the class time would look like. You will always have the teacher up here. They do closed captioning so that the words will be here, and then this is what their screen will look like. They are all interactive, where the students will use the tools in Zoom to circle or stamp, or even be able to write in the chat box. There are some technology and supplies that are required for your student to be successful in either of our FLVS programs. Every student must have a desktop or a laptop and high-speed internet connection. It's important if you have multiple students in your home that each student has their own computer to work with, so that way each student can designate their own time to work and they will not have to be waiting for an open computer. Chromebooks and tablets are not fully compatible with our software, which is why we highly recommend either a desktop or a laptop. Some of the components that are needed for virtual learning are a microphone and a webcam. The webcam is optional, but we love when your students are on camera and so that they can interact with the other students and the teacher. It's important that you have a printer with a supply of ink and paper. There are a lot of assignments in kindergarten that require you to print them out and then submit them. So you can submit by either a scanner or a cell phone to upload those assignments. It's also very highly recommended that you have a quiet and organized workspace for your child. This is important to help set a routine for your child, and that they know that when they are here, they are doing schoolwork and it is not playtime. For ESE students, if your child has an individualized education plan or a 504, for the Flex Elementary program, we accept those individual education plans or IEPs as well as the 504s. However, in Flex Elementary, we cannot write, we cannot reevaluate, and we cannot revise any of these plans. The Flex Elementary family must self-report this information and provide the documents to us. In Flex Elementary, we can accommodate, but we cannot modify the curriculum for students that have an IEP or a 504. And many of the accommodations that are done would be held at home. In full-time, they do offer more resources and support for students with IEPs and 504s. The key to success is having a great partnership. To be successful in our program, it takes a combined effort between the student, the home educator, and the FLVS teacher. So for our teachers, it is expected of them to provide daily tasks and lessons based on the Florida standards. We ask that they communicate with families and return calls within 24 hours. They are expected to grade all work within 48 business hours and provide feedback to you. They will also provide additional curriculum assistance if needed. For the student, it is expected that the students attend class time sessions and that they complete daily lessons on that weekly planner. It's required that they complete the weekly skill builder program, they turn in work on time, and they complete the DBAs with the teacher. As far as the home educator, the expectations of that person is to provide access to a computer and internet. We ask that they monitor class time sessions and monitor daily tasks. We ask that they create a learning environment at home and assist the students in turning assignments in on time and on the due dates. We also ask that the home educator complete contact with the teacher at least once a month for a monthly call. The parent's responsibility. As a parent, you are an integral part of our child's education. Although each FLVS course is led by a certified teacher who provides regular online instruction, elementary age students need additional guidance and support from their parents. We ask that you monitor the students daily, you maintain their weekly progress, you ensure that they are learning the material, and you are helping with any course navigation that they need. The Florida Standards Assessment, the Flex Elementary homeschool students have the option to take the Florida Standards Assessment, but it is not required as a Flex student. Families would contact the school district home education department for registration and procedures. Much of this testing begins in grade 3. When you register for Flex Elementary, this is what your screen will look like, and you will either click returning students or a new student. And these are your steps for registering. You will need to review the requirements, pick your courses, verify that you are a Florida resident, and you need to upload your proof of residency. You'll then ensure that the courses are approved, check the course status, and then you will be contacted by a teacher and you are ready to go. Here's some contact information for you. Again, my name is Melissa Forinoci, and I am the principal over Kindergarten Flex. And then our director of instruction is Mr. Rick Rizzo. And here are the 3 amazing guidance counselors that we have in Flex Elementary, and they service students within different counties. So you can see on the far right which counties they serve. And then this is just another screen of their information. And please reach out to one of these amazing counselors if you need more information on our Flex program, or you can reach out to myself. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me.